This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports Chaco. We're here at the Celtic Warriors gym and delighted to be joined with Niall O'Connor. How are you, Niall?
How are you getting on? How are you? Good.
First time we've had you on for an interview.
First time, yeah. First time meeting you.
First time meeting me as well, I guess. Normally with people on, we sort of go into the backstory, but it's a Friday and I don't think anybody wants to be stuck in the gym all day on a Friday.
No.
You've obviously been training away. Obviously you're not training today, but you've been...
Oh, I am training today. I was waiting to do an interview and then I was going to train.
You're going to train afterwards? There we go.
Yeah.
So there's no getting out of it now. But obviously COVID, I guess, for everybody's sort of not been kind in a way. You've been probably lucky enough 1 year on from COVID started. You had a fight in Belgium last year.
Yeah.
But I guess with anything now, we could talk about COVID and sad stories sort of all day. You've sort of nearly a year now since your last fight. What's going on?
Yeah. Just to be honest, nearly a year since my last fight, and last time I was in the gym probably training was probably September with college and things going on, and then I caught COVID then over Christmas. So really only back in the gym about a week. Missing all the lads, haven't seen anyone. So it's good to be back to see all the regular faces again.
And you were sort of saying off camera that you had COVID really bad, you know,
yeah,
I guess.
Bad enough. I was bedridden for 2-3 weeks with it, like. I would have been one of them COVID naysayers that's on me a flu, but I was bad with it.
And thankfully, obviously now you're okay and on the road to recovery. Was it sort of right over Christmas you had it?
Just after Christmas, towards the end, over New Year's, and then I was in starting a new job, and God, I had to go back to that late. Then it was all over there for a while.
It's one of them, you know. I think everybody's fear was catching COVID at Christmas and not be able to have the Christmas dinner.
Everyone got it.
So thankfully it was over then. There's sort of a bit of beef, probably. You know, probably beef's the wrong time of year around Christmas, but Jake Haney was obviously saying that you sort of agreed to fight, and then I think he was calling you a bottle job.
A bottle job, everything, yeah.
You know, but I think sort of Paggy came out sort of and said that he was the one that decided the fight wasn't going to happen. You had obviously COVID and you're out for 3 weeks. I think obviously that for you probably it was like, as a fighter does, a fighter will fight three things. Like, I'll fight, I don't care, it's only COVID sort of thing. But what did you sort of make of the reaction from Jake? I guess boxing, there's going to be smack talk.
Smack talk, just all comments on it. To be honest with you, Steve, there was a approach was made today. Pascal rang Gary Hood, offered to put me and Jake on in April. You know, he has a showdown on April 2nd, I think, in
Cork.
Cork it is, yeah. And so we've accepted my end. It's up to Jake now. If Jake really wants to fight, I'm here to fight. I've time to train. I'm well, I'm healthy. The fight will happen if Jake wants it to happen. So
it's pretty much been announced today that you're going to be appearing on the card, and then I guess it depends if Jake wants to fight on whether that will happen on the show, or is that the fight that's been put to you?
That's the fight I want. That's the fight I want. I'm sure that's the Jake fight he wants. We've spoken, sent a few messages back and forth. I'm sure he wants to fight because I want to fight. So it's easily made. And
I guess for you yourself, you know, sort of people look at records. Sometimes you're unbeaten, you're 6-0, you've 4 knockouts, but now it's I guess at the stage of. I guess COVID's changed a lot. I know Leonard and Boxing Ireland has sort of spoke about the fact that less journeymen coming to Ireland, they're sort of taking away money for someone else. Yeah. The domestic fights are sort of what G's you up, I guess. Whenever it comes to training in the gym, you're going, I really want this. You know, it's to announce yourself pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of my first step up fight really, isn't it? Would be. And it's sort of interesting for people who are sort of fans of the fight scene as well. When you see 2 local lads or 2 Dublin lads, 2 Irish lads even, you know. It's exciting fights. Oh, they fucking obviously get mad because neither person wants to lose. So that's the way it is.
And is that going to be? Are they going to probably look at a title for that fight, or?
Hopefully a Celtic title. They were talking about a Celtic title before Christmas, and then obviously that show in February that didn't happen. But Celtic title, I don't know what weight. I think they were talking 140. They will do 140, 135. I don't think Jake can make 135. But 140 is the one that I agree with.
And definitely, to say it. It'll be just over a year from your last fight.
Yeah.
Speaking obviously on your last fight, someone you fought in Belgium last year, Turco. John Cooney had sort of, I think, been eyeing you up as well. I think when he spoke to us before, he was sort of going, you know, he was fighting Turco. He wanted to see the sort of job. I think you beat Turco. I think the way they judged it over there, you beat him in like split decision.
Yeah, it was a bit mad. The same thing sort of happened to John Cooney when he was over there. I didn't see John's fight. But I read online it was sort of the same thing. Like, we went over there and made a round against Angelo Turco. Like, not a mark on me after the fight. He was blown up. and when you had a split decision, I was like, what? Yeah, one judge had him winning, like, don't know how, like. So obviously when you go over there, you're fighting the Belgian kid in Belgium, you sort of have to expect these things. I think the same thing happened to John Cooney as well, with the split. So it was just the judging over there, really, like.
I guess it's like anything in boxing nowadays, you know, particularly when you love the activity and everything else, people's going to start calling people out to get fights, because in the day, if you don't fight, you don't get paid, sort of thing, you know. So, you know, I guess, you know, will you agreeing to fight Jake Heaney now? It seems like you're happy to accept domestic dust-ups.
Domestic dust-ups, and if John Cooney wants it to, John Cooney can have it. We just have to get a date, and I'll agree. Like, that's it.
I know John's fighting now in March in Belfast.
That was that's
Mark the Lop show. Yeah.
Okay.
So you maybe, I guess you've been preparing for your last couple of weeks of camp, but I guess it'd be a good one to sort of go up and watch, and maybe sort of have a
Go up and have a meal at it, wouldn't I?
have a
Good night out in the air and rising to it, yeah.
But I guess if you having the fight up, it'll be different. But obviously it has been the great catching up with you, I guess, you know, more than anything. Don't want to obviously keep you too busy on a Friday, and I know you have to train, and I don't want Packy throw me out of the gym. But I'm sure the next time we hope to get a chat, we can sit down and have a bit of a longer chat.
Definitely.
Alright, cheers now.
Take
Take care.